This is the second chapter of a series, which aims to show the benefits of the breeds Criollas in Colombian livestock. The Colombian Creole races began to establish themselves in the country since the colony, and over time, they have undergone natural selection. They are cattle from Europe, United States, and India, constituting themselves and adapting to the conditions of the region. The Colombian Creole breeds are totally adapted to the low tropics. They are rustic and have high levels of fertility. This allows them to have good yields. In meat productivity, they are also ideal for crosses with other breeds, printing its rusticity and adaptability. In this chapter, we will talk about two of them, Romosinuano and San Martinero. Join us. Romosinuano, valley of the Sinu River, north coast of Colombia, and corresponds to the zone climate of tropical dry forest, with an average temperature of 27.5 degrees Celsius, 83% relative humidity in 1,200 millimeters of annual precipitation. The Blunt is the Creole genetic base of the Velázquez synthetic breed. It is medium in size and cylindrical body, light yellow or cherry red fur uniform and or spotting. A small proportion have a black head. The mucous membranes are clear or black, thin skin, with scarce, short and shiny hair, short tail and scarce tassel. It stands out for its fertility, longevity, meekness, high-quality meat production quality, and for the ability to combine with the zebu. For its excellent fertility, production and quality of meat, is the most desired Colombian Creole breed abroad. On the lack of horns of the breed, there are several theories, all of them coincide in which originated from the cattle brought to the New World by the Spanish conquerors. Leaving behind the origin of the Blunt, the important thing is the adaptation process that has been experienced in the wide range of environments and management levels to which it has been submitted in different regions of Colombian geography. The Romo is the most widespread Creole breed in the country and the only one that has been exported. The most typical trait is the absence of horns. The color of the coat goes from light yellow to red turned on. There are also sullen, bay or chestnut brown animals with heads and extremities black. Coat color is uniform. Mucous membranes and skin are generally of light tones, but in the sullen ones, these are black. The skin is thick and well attached, with scarce hair, short, shiny and greasy. The Blunt one is medium in size and cylindrical body. The root of the tail is emaciated, the insertion high and scarce. This breed can weigh 573 kilos in males and 412 kilos in females. The most outstanding physiological characteristic of the Blunt is or adaptation to the tropics. Adaptation translated into excellent rates of fertility, survival or longevity. It also stands out for its rusticity, combinatorial ability, and production of heterosis, especially with zebu. The Blunt is tolerant to excessive heat and humidity of the tropics, as well as other unfavorable contingencies, excessive presence of external parasites and internal pests and diseases. An important aspect of its adaptation to areas wet is the quality of the hooves, which enable it to withstand the mud of the periodic flooding in the Sinu Valley. Due to its characteristics of adaptation to the climatic and management conditions of the humid tropics, reflected in excellent parameters of reproduction, survival, and for its great contribution to the production of hybrids, with extraordinary productive traits, both for growth and maternal, essential factors to develop efficient livestock production systems, sustainable and competitive in the conditions of the hot humid tropics, not only Colombia but of Latin America. It is also necessary to make efforts tending to ensure the conservation, development, and rational and strategic use of the Creole breed Romosinuano and Colombian. San Martinero. Several theories have been put forward about the origin of the Creole breed San Martinero. Some of them accept a certain influence of English races and others maintain the intervention of African and Asian races. The San Martinero developed in the dry savannas of the foothills of the Llanos with average temperature of 26 degrees centigrade, 2,700 millimeters of precipitation, flat topography and acidic soils deficient in nitrogen, phosphorus, calcium, zinc and high exchangeable aluminum content. The fine coat, yellow in color with 3 well-marked shades, light, dark with hair black intermingled at the level of the face, neck and flanks and the red cherry or araguado that it is the most colorful. Mucosa may be pink or black, lyre-shaped horns, light-colored at base and black at the tips, small ear, high detachment of the tail and drooping haunch, but in hip breadth which allows ease in childbirth. Females and males are suitable for reproduction at 2 years. Its tameness, rusticity and longevity are outstanding characteristics in the breed, as well as its milk production and ability to produce hybrids with excellent meat characteristics with zebu. The San Martinero breed was formed in the foothills of the Colombian Orinoquia Plains, to the east of the country, thanks to the years of natural selection and the zootechnical effort of the Jesuits in the 17th century, with cattle introduced by the Spanish in the 15th century. Environmental conditions and the extensive management system to which it has been subjected developed in the San Martinero characteristics of great economic importance, such as hardiness, resistance, ability to live in large areas, where forages are scarce and the waters distant, certain tolerance to ectoparasites, and to extreme conditions of temperature and humidity, as well as the ability to use fibrous fodder, thus becoming a heritage biological and economical for the efficient provision of food. It is used for triple-purpose meat, milk and work, in addition to their skin. Cattle in Martinero, due to their conformation, are classified as mesolineo, and due to their size as eumetric. The height measured in the vertical of the withers is 130 and 135 centimeters, for females and males respectively. The elongated body with greater development of the anterior train in males, has a neck voluminous, thorax, deep and long back. The thoracic capacity in cows is 178 centimeters and in bulls 185 centimeters. The line slightly weak dorsal, drooping haunch and high tail detachment, with broad chest, sprung ribs and elongated rump, large, strong head with straight profile, ears small, rounded and with abundant quality of hairs, strong horns and well implanted, light colored at the root with darker shades at the tips. In males they are thick and directed forward in the form of a crown, while in females they are lyre-shaped, twisted forwards, backwards and upwards. Limbs proportional to the body with solid poise, long thick tail and covered of hairs that ends in an abundant tassel of long hairs, whose color varies according to the animal. The skin is approximately 12 millimeters thick, pigmented black or brown. Defined and in some cases it is mottled, the color of the mucous membranes corresponds to the color of the predominant pigment. The hair is of medium length, 5 millimeters, is not greasy and 600 to 700 hairs per square centimeter have been counted. The color of the hair as in most Creole breeds, it is yellow with 3 shades, bay, red and osco. However, in isolated populations of the Colombian highlands, it is common to find black, brown, Overo, Isabella and Bartnino animals. One of the particularities of economic importance in the females of this breed is their ease of parturition, since the expulsion of the fetus with the cow in a standing position in 86% of the cases. It occurs in about 5 minutes, which is related to the small size of their offspring at birth, a factor that favors the rapid postpartum recovery of females and consequently allows an accelerated reconception. In studies comparisons of finish and carcass yield, in 2 localities of the Orinoquia, Piedmont and Alta was found in grazing animals with 36 months of age, which the pre-processing weight of the cold carcass and the yield were slightly higher in the C than in the F1, 473 versus 469 kilograms, 282 versus 267 kilograms, and 59.6 versus 56.9%, respectively. However, the F1 presented leaner carcasses, with a greater amount of meat 65.5% versus 62%, less amount of cover fat 12 versus 16.5%, and a similar bone proportion of 21%. The Colombian Orinoquia, characterized by adverse climatic conditions, is not suitable for the exploitation of European breeds, which require improved environments and management, whose high costs do not allow an acceptable degree of profitability for the exploitation in the Colombian tropical livestock, the San Martinero Creole cattle, for its outstanding adaptive characteristics, reflected in adequate reproductive rates and survival, and especially, due to its great ability to combine with C, it is the greatest competitive and sustainable alternative to improve the production, profitability and quality of the final product, mainly meat, from the farming and milk systems of the Orinoquia Colombia. It is widely known the favorable characteristics of the Creole breeds Colombian for livestock production in the country, its adaptation to the tropics has generated in these breeds attractive qualities for exploitation, either meat or milk, work and skin, which is why these breeds are coveted in the country for their hardiness and resistance to diseases, make them the best allies for ranchers in the country, both for local production and for export.